So the Welding trolley, it's not the colour that I wanted it to be, but it is. Not worried about it. But I had a few questions on how it was built and what I'd done with the steering and all the rest of the stuff. So I'm going to go through it and point out what I've done and also the pitfalls in what I've done and a few of my own mistakes and the workarounds that I've done. Well, first one, someone asked me about the axles. Now these are overbuilt, they don't have to be what they are. It's just 16mm all thread welded onto a bit of 25 by 50 flat RHS. And then that's what I've used as the axles on both the steering and on the trolley itself. So the steering is set up the same. For the steering, right, got a bit of 6mm plate there, and I've got the same size 6mm plate here with just a centre hole through the centre of it, right? And then that surface is just going to sit on that surface, and that's what's going to give you the ability to move it. Just put a dab of grease on that, and a bolt goes through the centre. The bolt's got a nylock nut on it. It doesn't have to be tight because all the pressure's putting down, so the bolt will just locate it. And it doesn't have to be tight. If you see what I mean? It's just locating it. So I'm going to put that together and I'm going to show you one of the mistakes. Not a mistake, it's a pitfall. So that's got it assembled. Now that bolt isn't tight. So like as you can see, it's just firm because all the weight's going to be pushing up onto that and holding that in place. But we've got two flat surfaces that can just easily pivot. Now someone said we need to put some stoppers on to stop the wheel fouling. We'll pop the wheels on. So with the wheels on, I'd already put stoppers on there. So the stopper stops it from fouling on the chassis. We go over to that side and it stops it fouling on the chassis. Okay, so that was the steering setup. More on that in a minute. So now we've got the handle on, right? Now even at full lock, this doesn't, look, it gives you movement around the workshop. It won't be a bad idea, but it's not enough steering. It literally, that's not enough steering. And the only way, even if you look at it from behind here or whatever, I've spread the front axle out wider than the rear axle, right? It's not enough, but you've got to come out here a ludicrous amount to give it any decent steering. But in saying that, it's just amount, you're more or less just going to be pulling it forwards and backwards more, and without getting too complicated and building like independent steering. You know what I mean? It's hard to describe. It's ample, it will work, but you can't get the turning radius that you think you can out of it. So, yeah, if you know what I mean. Now, this one is more on me than anything. It was a trap for me, assuming I didn't sit down and think about it. I just done it. That's where the issue is. It's 100% on me. So the draw sliders, perfect. Draw sliders, perfect. Put the stopper on the back there so that, you know, that's going to stop the draw from sliding through. Wanted these to catch the draw, right? And I spaced them here, what I thought was enough, but I didn't space them far enough back in off the edges, right? That's on me. So when you fit the draw in, them stoppers there and there, there's what stops the draw from falling out, and then it wedges itself on the sliders, all right? And then to get it out, you lift the front up and it pivots around and then the draw comes out. So we lift the front up and the draw comes out, all right? And again, this is 100% on me. This is my fuck up, was that, so when we closed the draw, doors closed, drawers closed, everything is hunky-dory. It's good, isn't it? Except I didn't measure where them stoppers were. So these fellas here that I had to stop the draw are clear by a finger width. All right, but that's on me. Only the people who view this video in its entirety and me know about it. Because if you just look at it, it's all fine. If you look at that, you would never know. Draw comes out, draw goes in, but you would never know of that fuck up, but I do. And I also didn't I went too tight on their tolerances here. I spaced it out what I thought was the correct amount off this wall, but as you can see, I've had to bend at the top of the drawer out as it was a little bit too much of a tighter fit. But that's on me, 100% on me. But oxy bottle holder, we're just putting a ratchet strap around the bottle. That's it. And there you go. There's me trolley for my new welder. As I said, colour's not the colour I wanted. That's on me because I mixed the paint myself. It will work. Everything's fine. It's going to do what it needs to do. It's just not perfect. But we call this a prototype. And later on down the track, I know the pitfalls and we'll fix the pitfalls. And there we go. Ta-da! We had another fella worried about the centre of gravity as well. Oh, it'll tip over, it'll tip over. No, it won't. Like, you got to put a lot of force. The welder, so I'm pushing here and the welder is tipping before the trolley is tipping. So, and then once we put a bottle on here as well, because the bottle's sitting down there, the centre of gravity is super low. And we're not towing it behind a car down the highway either. It's been pushed around the workshop. With that, people, ta-da! Ta-da-da-da-da. Thanks to Weld Class for letting me review your welder. We're continuing to review it. It's awesome so far. Absolutely awesome. So with that, I'm out of here. Hashtag call your mates, see a professional, have a heart, spread the shit around.